Yeah, meanie. Yeah. Hey, hippie. Can you hear me now? We'll see. Yay! So you may also hear a shop vac because we had a lot of things happen at once. This all went down, and then our sink overflowed, so we gotta. So there was lots of things happening. Hey, thank you. All right, more pots. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad that was easily sorted. Oh, yeah, let's get the guide back. Traveling, yes, we made it back. No, I do not trim. I hate, loathe, and trimming. I hate and loathe trimming with a passion. So I throw thin enough so I don't need it. I've got, I was talking about this yesterday, like showing a cross section of what the mugs look like. Like the walls on this one are really thin, but that's basically what the bottom of them look like. And then I've got Kiba here. Hey, buddy. So some things that I do trim are some like bigger bowls. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Come on. He's like, no. Come on. There you go. He's like, that's not how this works. Woo. Yeah, it's like, but mom, my contract says I get pets. He started off the stream up here, so he's gotten his pets. Oh, really? You do like the look of a nice foot on a bowl? Yeah, and it is like for me, some of it is cosmetic, like the berry bowls and the colanders are the most recent things I've trimmed, because with that, because there's holes in the bottom and you do carving and stuff, I put a foot on that. But for most things, I don't like the look of a foot enough to do it. And if you do, then go for it. For me, it's always just never been all that necessary. Like, and it's another chance to ruin the pot. Where's your buddy? Yeah, yeah. When you're running a business, any extra process can add to the cost. Yeah, and especially when you're thinking about it like that, it's like how much is that foot going to be appreciated? Like it would, that extra time, that extra day of processing time. Are people going to pay an extra $5 or $10 for that mug because it's got a trimmed foot, or is it going to matter? Now I say that, and then I probably spend more time than I should on other parts of the process because it's important to me. But like trimming and the pulled handles, I don't mess with. I just do strap handles. And that's one thing I do enjoy about pottery is that, there's so many different ways to make something. We don't all have to do things the exact same way. There is no one right or wrong way to do it. Hey, booger. Are you done with me now? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Well, I guess if the camera was going to freeze, at least it had Kiba there. I didn't, since I restarted, I don't even have the other thing up. I'm gonna have to, yeah, get on my phone. I'm doing this just so I don't have to walk across the studio to get to my other computer, so it's, you know, it's the ultimate laziness, but here we are. Once it's set up, it's easy, just taking over the computer. There we go. Purple cat. Purple cats. There. All right. I know, buddy. I know. Look at him. He's trying not to get his feet wet. And he's winning. I know, buddy. I know. I know, we never give you the attention you think you deserve, do we? You gotta let go. Yeah, you gotta let go. There you go. Yeah, Fury, here we gotta pay the kitty tolls. Oh, Fury, thank you so much. You love the stream. You're so glad you found us. Yeah. How did you find us? Did you come here through a raid? I'm always curious as to how people find their way here. Whew. You were browsing the makers and crafting section and just found us. Well, thanks for clicking on us and coming and seeing what we're doing. Here. Zach Zin, Zakayla. Oh, Oh no, you only started Twitch about a month ago. Whoa. You said you've started about a month ago, but you already had an account, so you must have joined sometime. Yeah, one of those things you join for something and then forget about it. And Here we go again. There we go. Gotta be able to see how tall things are. Vansuki, hello. And Karsuf, hey. Is it easy to do a plate? Kind of, because it's flat. You know, everything, when it's spinning on the wheel, everything wants to be like a wide bowl or to be flat. So the harder part is getting things to stretch out vertically. And I want this to be just a tiny bit taller. Let's put some water on the outside. The hardest part on making a plate is not the forming of the clay, because it's flat. Yeah, the hardest part is getting it to dry out without warping or cracking. So you just have to let it dry out over a series of days. Lost traveling, that's the question. Yeah, plates, it's hard to dry without it. Yeah, like I said, drying is the trick. So what I tend to do if I'm making the plate is, cut it off of the bat while you've got it, or pretty soon after you make it, and then I maybe let it dry till the rim is a little bit leather hard, and then cover the rim, and then let the with plastic, and let the inside dry out and catch up, because the base is always going to dry out a little bit slower than the rim because it's thicker. And of course, then you trim the thing if you need to trim it. And that's the same with pie plates too. I make a whole lot more pie plates than I do just like dinner plates. Yeah, hippie, your plates always warp. They always happen. Always. MW Mudworks, thank you for the raid. Welcome. I try really hard not to touch the plates, once they, I sit them somewhere to dry, I just try to leave them alone. Mugs, mugs, mugs. Gotta make all the mugs. But good afternoon. Hey, Royal Sunset, Mudworks. Hey, what were you working on today? How was your stream? You got a decent amount done. Good. You're making little prep bowls. Oh, nice. How big are your little prep bowls? Mine, I call them spice bowls, but they're maybe like 4 inches, really shallow bowls. Good for pretty much anything. You could put soy sauce or ketchup or even just a little bit of salsa in there for chips. Probably is big enough, like for like the amount of salsa you might get at a restaurant when they bring it to the table. We sell a bunch of those in the spoon rests at the shop. Yeah, so that's mine too. It's about what mine are. Oh yeah, you're trying out throwing them individually rather than off the hump to see what your rate of success is. So like when you throw them off the hump, do you then trim them? See, I throw them individually and then I don't trim them. They're one of the few things I will actually like not use the tiles for. I will just like pick them up off the wheel and set them aside because they're small enough. See, I've never really thrown off the hump, only for like teapot spouts, nothing that really uh, was a finished piece. Because I always like thought you had to trim if you were throwing off the hump because you cut things off so unevenly. But if there's a way to cut things off fairly levelly, then I might try that. You trim both. Ooh. Then what is the perk? What is the advantage of throwing them individually then? Than being using the same amount of clay, maybe? So more consistency. You feel like you lose a decent amount of time in the is this enough or is this too much situation. Okay. Oh yeah, go feed the starving puppies. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Smith, thank you for the follow. Yeah, welcome to the studio. Here we go. Let's see if I can level this out a little bit. That looks all right. And here he is. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. There you go. Oh, we messed everything up. Everything. Alright, I'll have to remeasure this one. How dare I put my hand in there? Or is the clay to water ratio too high for you right now? Oh. Yeah, no, that one's way too tall. Alright. Let's adjust this a little bit. Okay. I see you're not asleep. I see that tail twitch. Kerplop. I think maybe I should, like, speak the sound effects so it shows up in the closed captioning too. like it when I get it right on the first try. KB Fibers, hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Sure, we are making it muggy in here again today. More beautiful mugs. Yes, we're stocking up for the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. KB Fibers, what were you working on today? It is the first weekend in May, so about a month. A beaded knit wrap. Ooh, sounds fancy. Is Trix still out? Yes, I have not let Trix or Fuzzy in. Fuzzy was very, very easy to spot. Was she like waiting on the front steps? I mean, she does kind of glow in the dark everywhere except in the snow. Screaming in the garage. Oh, she was vocal and everything. I guess she'd had enough of being a wildcat. we go. There we go, much better. Oatmeal cookie, hello. Yeah, good afternoon. No, we had a good weekend. We did not do anything special, you know, like for Easter, but we got together with some friends. Yeah, usually like we don't do anything special like, you know, religiously for Easter or anything because but it's a good day to just get together with family and have a big meal kind of cuz everybody has off work. But not this year. We went to some friend's house and played games. We played Wingspan, the board game. And some of the little meeples in the game are little different colored eggs. So we made that our Easter game. That was our nod to the holiday. I have even managed to avoid the majority of Easter candy this year. I would say, yeah, Wingspan is not too bad. They've got really good like videos and tutorials, and it has a good app as well. If you wanted to, you could learn that way. It's one of those games that seems really complex when you look at all the different things you have to look at, but then once you get the gist of it, it's very easy to play. It's one of those that's it's a turn-based game, but there's only like one thing you can do each turn, so you don't get caught up with people's turns taking 15 minutes each and getting bored. It's fast-paced. Yeah, they just came out with some expansions for it, so we were playing all those. Oh, hey, Kiba. He's kind of awake. Hydrate and stretch both at once. Force me to take care of myself, will you? Here we go. Stretch it out. We were, I think, me and Daniel and both our friends were in the couple we went to visit. Like we're all like in pain Like I had my had a pinched nerve in my neck that got aggravated over the weekend, so I couldn't move my neck, you know. And my friend threw her back out right before we got there, so she also like could barely, she had to turn her whole body to move, and Daniel with his stiff shoulder, but we're getting things resolved. Mm. He got a diagnosis on what is actually wrong with his shoulder, so he can start physical therapy and actually like know what to focus on. Because sometimes knowing exactly what is hurt is part of the way to figuring out like how how to fix it. Or sometimes it's for me it's mental. It's like if I know something is just like if I know I just have to deal with it, I can do that. But I get worried when I'm like, what is wrong? What is this strange pain? Did I take a drink? I don't know. I'll take another one. I did say your name. I did say your name, but I did not mean for you to come over here. People do not redeem points for me to pet you. And he's like, and that is what is wrong with this world. If only we could. Nobody'd have any points left. But with the aid of a massage yesterday and muzzle relaxers, my pinched nerve and all that is better. Look, I can do this without pain. For treats with a timer, yeah. We tried that before. We got like a treat feeder that was supposed to be able to connect. Well, it did. It would connect and let people like cheer and give him treats, but the mechanism in it was so cheap that it would get clogged and stuck and wouldn't work after one or two times. So it made us sad. You done with this? It won't. Oh, there you go. Hot water makes them feel better. Yeah, that's why I was had a heat pad on me. Never know if ice or heat is better for stuff like that, but yeah, Daniel has like tendonitis, so like a little torn tendon in his upper arm and his bicep, so he's going to physical therapy for it. But it's one of those things that like how can you not use your arm? So he just keeps tearing it over and over and over again as soon as it starts to heal a little bit. So we were looking pretty pitiful on Sunday with everybody. We were all moving slow. My little brother's on cholesterol medicine. I need bifocals. We're all getting old. Oh, you have a Daniel too. Yours goes by Dan. Mine goes by Daniel. It's so funny though because his mother wanted him to be Dan. His mother wanted him to be Dan and Danny, but he did not like either of those. He wanted to go by Daniel. So, but she never would. She always called him Dan, and it's hilarious because one of our professors in college, so when we were in college, like Daniel's mom worked at the university libraries, so she was on campus and she saw a lot of people come through because it was the library, and so she tended to know like some of our professors that we talked about, and she'd see him and say hi to him and stuff. And so our professor would talk to his mom, and so she referred to him as Dan always. And so he called, because that's what his mother called him. He would call him Dan, and like he could not correct him. Could like never would. He always was Dan. So he just like quit trying to correct it, and But that's like the only two people that were ever allowed to call him that. And it was also amusing sometimes when we would get correspondence from the university for whatever reason. Like if it said Dan Pauly, like we knew who it came from. There's only one person left who does that to this day. Your Dan's mom calls him Danny, but he hates it. Yeah. Well, Daniel is named after his cousin, his mom's cousin, who is named Daniel, but that goes by Danny, and so I'm not gonna put this over there. She's gonna lick it. It's gonna be a claytality, a catastrophe, actually. Yeah, I made a Daniel feel old the other day because we were in. 'Cause I think on Saturday I was at the shop with him in Nashville, and afterwards we went out to eat at our favorite place to eat in Nashville is like an Indian restaurant that we've been going to. Like that was one of the within the first like month or two. That was like a date he took me on. Like one of the first restaurants they took me to that. And it was something new. It was the first time I'd ever been to an Indian restaurant, and so we went there, and so I always like it has a special place for me because it was because he took me there, and I love Indian food now, and it was my first experience of Indian food, and I had the realization there that because me and Daniel have been dating for will have been dating for 20 years this year, or we will have been together for 20 years, and so I just said, hey, oh yeah, you know what? I realized this summer, I will have been eating here for 20 years, and that is like how many people can say that like where they went on one of their first dates, the restaurant is still there and still like managed by the same people. Like I think that says a lot that the food has been consistent over the years and that we love it and that it's been there for 20 years and not changed. Same location, like it's in like downtown Nashville in the Vanderbilt area, and everything has built up around it, but this little bitty building is still there. This little bitty standalone building. And so I was actually trying to think of another restaurant now, like another like family-owned place that is like still around that we maybe have been able to go to for 20 years, and there are very few. They have really good food. They have really good food. Like there's just like two or three restaurants that we like make a point of going to when we're in Nashville because until recently we weren't there all that often because we're an hour away. But whenever we go to Nashville, we're gonna go eat some Indian or Thai food because we don't get it anywhere else. And so we have our restaurants that we like to go to, and that's one of them. Yeah, we still have that restaurant. You love Indian food too. Yes, it's so good. Yarnia, hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. Yeah, like it's the place that we always like recommend to people. If you like Indian food and you're in Nashville, go there. It's like the place that I judge all other Indian food on. And so Daniel's been going there a lot longer than me. He actually said, well, if we've been going there here 20 years, that means I've been here 30 years because he's been going since he was a teenager. Or young teenager, young person. Yarnia, hey! Good afternoon. Thank you again for the raid. I am well. A little bit snuffly, but still well. I love the honeysuckle, but it does not love me. To witness greatness. Whoa, that's it's not intimidating. But here we are. We're making some mugs. We have made over 50. You are destashing. Ooh. Are you for reals? You're so excited. The ultimate goal is to not own any yarn that you did not buy yourself. Ooh. So do you have a lot of stuff people have gifted to you then? Is that the thing? That almost seems like maybe a little bit easier than going through, because like with destashing like that, you're like, oh, I remember buying this for this project and I never started it. Oh, I might want to start that. Yeah. It's like when when I'm getting ready to throw things away for, like, a therapy pot day, where if pieces a crack in the firing, like the glaze firing or the bisque firing, and or just like turn out wrong somehow, or are broken, like you can't reuse them. If I throw this and then break it, like before it's fired, I can reuse the clay, no problem. But after it's fired, it's gone through a chemical change and I can't. So I just have a bunch of piles of crap that needs to be thrown away, and like the last time I did have a therapy pot day where I invited people out to come break things, like everybody kept trying to like rescue things, because they're like, oh no, it can still be used. It's still so beautiful. I'm like, well, you can take it if you want it, but I can't sell it. Cheers, Steph. Hey, good afternoon. And thank you for the raid. Another raid. Welcome. Well, how are you doing your D-stash, Yarnia? Are you like going on Facebook? Or are you posting it on... You doing it on Twitch? Look at that spinny clay. Look at it. Let's hope that it stays upright. But Steph, what were you working on? How was your stream? Ooh, oil painting and abstract oil painting. I was never any good with color. I loved to draw, but I was never all that great with painting. Which is why I probably like gravitated towards like 3D stuffs. You have some beautiful cakes that will most likely become shawls or maybe blouses. Ooh, if they are behaving. Oh, Louise, you're making a scrap sweater? Is that like you're tying all of your like scraps of yarn together and knitting it, or are you like taking apart like old sweaters and making them into something new? What's the favorite color for the pots? Like my favorite is probably something like this green over here, but the best seller I actually like so the blue and the black, which I don't know that I have up here anymore, is probably the best seller, like this one, the blue and the black. Although I need to look at my like numbers from last year, I really think gray and green are like almost equal to the black as far as like what I went through the most of. Like black is no longer the glaze color that I use the most. It's the gray and the green, because I've used the base gray and the base green for multiple different colors to layer on top of them, and so I'm going through more of it. Oh, Louise, you're not currently knitting, but you were thinking it. Well, Megan, whoa, what's all this is like the raiding time. The raid train. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Megan. The moat is flooding into our stream to say hi, hello, all the kitties. Welcome, welcome, everybody. All of the moat, just join the clay bucket here, the clay water bucket, and help us make some pots. And good afternoon and welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I know we always say that we have cats and pottery here, and I'm only providing one of those today. So I apologize. I'm sure if I say Kiba's name 3 times, he'll come over here. I can summon him. Hey, Knitter Girl, good afternoon. We are making mugs today. If this is your first time here, my name is Amanda. And we are full-time potters here, which is why you'll see me making so much of the same thing, because I'm making things that are ordered, and that usually involves mugs. I do not like to give up on a pot. Just because it's got a little wobble doesn't mean it's dead. There we go. We saved it. You can barely even tell. Alright, there's 57. Shoo, Megan, what were you doing today? Tell me what you were working on. Oh yeah, Megan, sorry about that. Yo, I just asked what you were working on today. Cross stitching. Come on now, stay with me. Your mouth is frozen. Is it cold up there? Or are you just eating ice cream? Ice, hello. How are you? You're tired but doing all right. Well, hey, that's something. Oh, you had a filling done. Gotcha. So yeah, so you can't move your mouth. Gotcha. It's been a rough couple of months. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hope everybody here is well. It has been an extremely busy couple of months. So, but we are still here. Well, yeah, we have a show coming up the first of next month, but we went and opened up a gallery, so we've been working on that while trying to do all of our normal stuff as well. Corgi, hey! Corgi, it's going all right. We're just making some mugs today. We are a little bit snuffly from allergies, but I'm glad it's finally warming up. It's the price we pay for better weather. Well, this one's number 63. highs of 20s all week with the storm warning, then it's supposed to drop down to 0. Oh no. I'm glad. Hopefully we're done with that. Hopefully. Yeah, with the tornadoes and everything, my father works at a car dealership as the finance manager, and they one of the towns that had a in either Mississippi or Missouri, I forget which one, that had tornadoes this past week with all the bad storms. They were like, he knew some people there at one of those dealerships, and because they a lot of the places in the region, they'll trade cars back and forth if they need somebody's looking for something specific. They do that all the time, and so he called them when everything was done, and just to check on his colleagues, but also to see if the car that they were making a deal on was still there, to see how much damage they had. And as they said, almost every dealership, not just one, almost every vehicle in that town was just gone because of all the tornadoes. Not that they were thrown, through the air or anything, but all the windows were broken. Everything was just destroyed. Did the stream break again, or did I power through 63 mugs in less than 2 hours? It's not 2 hours. That's probably when the stream broke and I restarted it. No, I wish I could make 63 mugs in 2 hours. But they were saying it's such a fine line of at the dealerships, so the cars, all of the windows were busted out of the vehicles. If if some of them only had cracked windshields or a cracked window, they can repair that, replace it, and sell it as new. They can sell that, maybe document that it had to be replaced and sell that. But if the windows were shattered and all of the internal damage that went with it, that those cars have to be totaled. Can you imagine that? Brand new freaking cars totaled because all the glass is shattered and it's not worth replacing all of it. I can't imagine. I wonder where all that goes. I can. What do you need? Send me a list. Yeah, so some of those places got hit really, really hard. Yeah, that last storm, we got really lucky that where we missed it, we just got rain. Right, yeah, but how much water got into that car? Yeah, it's not just about the glass and the like, scratched up interior. It's the water that got inside. Yeah. Redo, check all the electrical. Yeah. It's not worth it. Well, hello, Kiba. Here he is. Giving me the evil eye. Oh yeah, Corgi. This is my instrumental like swing bluesy playlist. It's good music to work to. Kiba's like, I don't think you took the hint. I don't think you understood what I was trying to tell you. Where do you think you're going? You tend to blare some like metalcore with some anime and French music when you work to sing to it, yes. Hey, buddy. Hold on. Come on. You gonna make your way over? You're about to flash everybody. There you go. Oh, there you go. All right. You have a playlist that's all violin covers of different songs? Ooh. That would be a good playlist. Okay, got that part taken care of. And now the upper part. Because it wasn't that far off the top of the pool. There we go. No, Corky, you're correct. Well, we do both, but we have a physical store down in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm in southern Kentucky right now, where we're making things, which is just our production facility.